The Bolds and Beautiful Spoilers revealed that after the Christmas party at Steffi's house, Sheila was sure that Taylor had acknowledged the change and was no longer defensive. But all of Sheila's thoughts are just an illusion because Taylor's pitying her. Sheila's always been on Taylor's list of concerns. B&B screen's greatest villains, Sheila's becoming more depressed than ever because she tried her best, but still has no hope of reuniting with her son Finn and grandson. And my son hates both. Sheila works so hard that her eyes can no longer see clearly because of aging. Taylor's a skilled psychologist, and she can also understand that beside the person, Sheila is a poor soul. But on the whole, Taylor can feel it was more important to see if Sheila was really safe, and if she was around the Finnegan and Forrester families. Rich didn't quite agree with Taylor's opinion. He didn't want a crazy woman hanging around the block. Ridge never believed that Sheila was a normal person, and he has no reason to see her. But in the end, Sheila still showed up at the Christmas party at Steffi's house. Although Steffi temporarily accepts her mother's point of view and allows Sheila to attend the party, she's not really relieved when she sees Sheila so close to her son. Finn also did not object to Steffi's opinion. The sins that Sheila had committed in the past made the mother-child relationship between them now difficult to return to the way it was. Ridge was always on guard against Sheila, and he was worried that Sheila would harm Taylor, so Ridge immediately put on a displeased face when he saw Sheila appear, expressing his desire to tell Sheila that she didn't think she could stay here for a long time. Thanks to Ridge's carefulness, it may later help Taylor not to fall into the dangerous woman's trap. Sheila wants to ask Taylor to form an alliance with her to help destroy Brooke's life. Sheila chose Taylor because she thought she wanted to take Ridge from Brooke too, so it would make sense to include Taylor in her scheme. Taylor doesn't really want to fight Brooke and get to Ridge, but fans know that without removing Brooke, Taylor will have little hope of returning to Ridge. So maybe Taylor will change the path of another direction to achieve two goals at the same time in the future, instead of just sitting still and watching whether Sheila has changed her personality or not. A few weeks later and earlier, she expressed anger at Deacon when he refused to cooperate with her plan. At that time, Deacon was the only person Sheila could hope for on the road to reunite with her son Finn. Sheila was so desperate that her efforts were not recognized, but now Sheila is glad that Deacon didn't accept it. And Sheila thinks Deacon still owes her a favor compared to the good things she's done for him. Perhaps Sheila's being complacent too soon, and Sheila's plan should be soon derailed if she didn't realize Taylor had no intention of becoming an ally with her. At that time, the evil nature that was famous for being mentioned on Sheila's B&B was once again raised, and Sheila may change her revenge list from Brooke to Taylor. But this time Sheila's unlikely to succeed, because after all she's done, it's very likely that Brooke and Taylor would team up to fight Sheila.